A very good evening to all of you. Today, we are in the august company of our chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice Arjun Kumar Sikri, Judge Supreme Court of India, our guest of honor, Dr. B.S. Chauhan, Honorable Chairman of the Law Commission of India and former Judge Supreme Court of India, our special invitee, Honorable Mr. Justice Ravindra Bhatt, Judge High Court of Delhi, former Law Minister, Senior Advocate, Member of Parliament Rajya Sabha, and our patron, Mr. Ram Jethmalani, and distinguished members of the bar, our guests and invitees. We welcome you to, we welcome you to the inauguration of LegitQuest, a legal tech venture run by a team of more than 20 young and versatile tech-savvy attorneys, engineers, and designers, many of them IITians, IIMs, and LLMs, who aim to make the practice of law simpler for its end users. Seeking to transform unorganized, unstructured, and complex data for the benefit of the legal fraternity, LegitQuest has built a one of its kind go to platform with the most updated technologies for the communities of attorneys, law firms, state judicial officers, law students, corporates, the government, consulting companies, litigants, and many other stakeholders in the legal system. LegitQuest is the world's only legal research portal with one-click access to the decision, reasoning, arguments, facts, and issues of a case law. We are the first in India to build infographics, providing the treatment of overruled, distinguished, followed, and relied case laws into a single canvas for easy reference and understanding. LegitQuest provides for search powered by artificial intelligence that gives relevant query results that are uncluttered and come with a user-friendly interface. Team LegitQuest is overwhelmed by the response that it has already got in terms of over 1,600 pre-launch registrations. The launch of LegitQuest is being held on the auspicious occasion of Law Day, when the Indian Constitution was adopted and enacted. I would like to call Mr. Nikhilesh Ramachandran, Advocate on Record, Supreme Court, and advisor of LegitQuest, to welcome all our distinguished guests.
Honorable Justice Arjun Sikri, Honorable Justice Balbir Singh Chauhan, Honorable Justice Ravindra Bhatt, Mr. Ram Jethmalani, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and a warm welcome to you all. I welcome you all on behalf of LegitQuest today as it launches its research portal, a first of its kind in India. After a year-long journey, we at LegitQuest have come with this unique research tool which will go a long way regarding legal research. Also, it has the potential of reducing backlog of cases in courts as this word portal can be accessed by any court located anywhere in the country and is connected under the Digitized India program. On this day, I take this opportunity to welcome our distinguished who have taken time and graced this occasion. I would like to welcome Justice Arjun Sikri, Judge of the Honorable Supreme Court. His recent decision regarding countrywide firecracker ban is a very timely judgment as far as people of Delhi are concerned. They are the biggest beneficiary. Today at least we can breathe a fresh air. In this, in the case of Jija Ghosh versus Union of India, he has shown the humane side of being a judge and the way he has touched every aspect of a life undergone by a differently able person and how the society can make a difference is, in my view, a read for everyone to understand a differently able person. Apart from this, he has authored several judgments which has touched every citizen of this country. He has had a brilliant academic record throughout his days as a lawyer, and I am sure he would appreciate the work done by LegitQuest in bringing this legal research tool. Justice Balbir Singh Chauhan, Chairman Law Commission, I also welcome him. His exemplary contribution as a judge of the Honorable Supreme Court is widely known. I recollect a judgment of this in the case of Pravasi Bhalai Sangathan, dealing with the aspect of hate speeches delivered by elected representatives and the concerns expressed by Honorable Supreme Court. He had held that in case of vacuum of legal regime to deal with a particular situation, the court may issue guidelines to provide absolution till such time as the legislature acts perform its role by enacting proper legislation to cover the field. While concluding, he observed that the Law Commission had undertaken the study as to whether the Election Commission should be referred the power to de-recognize a political party and requested the Law Commission to examine the issues raised. In March 2017, under his chairmanship, the Law Commission has given its report suggesting amendments in Indian Penal Code and Code of Procedure, Civil Criminal Procedure for adding new provisions. I am sure this tool will be of some assistance to the Law Commission and in its endeavors. I would like to welcome Justice Ravindra Bhatt, Judge of the Honorable High Court of Delhi, which is also the Court of Justice Sikri. In 2009, he pronounced the judgment in Supreme Court Judges Asset Declaration case under RTI, wherein he held the Chief Justice of India as public authority under RTI. Another case which comes to my mind is the case of Hindustan Unilever versus Beckett Benkiser. He laid down that no statute authorizes the punishment of anyone for libel or infringement of trademark which goes not to the public exchequer but to a private citizen. He relied upon two judgments of the House of Lords which the Honorable Supreme Court had affirmed and approved. Apart from this, he has also delivered several judgments which has been welcomed by the people of Delhi. Mr. Ram Gentleman is a patron of legit quest. Last month, he was a force to reckon with in the courtrooms. Now he is an inspiration for the young lawyers. He has been actively involved in philanthropic activities as well. His support and his encouragement has been a source of strength for every team member of Legit Quest. I also welcome Mr. Rupinder Singh Suri, President of the CBA, to have graced this occasion. I also welcome honorable judges of the Uttar Pradesh, Mr. Justice Tripathi and Justice A.P. Shahi, to have graced this occasion. I also welcome the rest of the people who have graced this occasion and made this occasion of Ravinder Bhatt Legit Quest. Thank you. I now hand over to the meeting.
Mr. Ramchandran and Mr. Karan Kalia, founder of Legit Quest, will now present bouquets to our guests. Our chief guest is A.J. Sikri. Our guest of honor, Dr. B.S. Chauhan. Our special invitee, Justice Ravindra Bhatt. Our patron, Mr. Ram Jethmalani. Also honor eminent personalities of Legit Quest, Mr. Rohit Shukla and Mr. Himanshu Puri, and Ms. Poonam Kalia, advocate, will now welcome our other eminent guests. Honorable Mr. Justice A.P. Shahi of Allahabad High Court. Honorable Mr. Justice Tripathi, Allahabad High Court. Mr. Pradeep Rai, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of India. Mr. Rupinder Singh Suri, Senior Advocate and President of Supreme Court Bar Association. Professor Dr. Paramjeet S. Jaspal, Vice Chancellor, Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law, Patiala. Professor Dr. V.C. Vivekanandan, Dean, School of Law, Greenwich University. Mr. Hitesh Oberoi, MD and CEO, InfoEdge, the company that manages popular web portals Naukri.com, Zomato.com, 99acres.com, Jeevansati.com, and many others. He is recipient of the Ernst Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award under the Business Transformation category. Dr. Amal Pandey, Additional Director General of Police, Karnataka. Dr. Pandey has earned a doctorate in the laws and has also received the John Zachlin Award for Enterprise Architecture. I would now request our Chief Guest, Honorable Justice Sikri, to give the keynote address.
Thank you very much. Good evening to all of you. My aunt here and youngest person in this gathering today, Mr. Ram Jethmalani. I can bet that he is still youngest at heart. He is Justice Sahi, Justice Tripathi, our lovable Mr. Suri, who was my President of Supreme Court Bar Association, Mr. Pradeep Rai, Mr. Oberoi, Mr. Pandey, and Mr. Shankundan and others. When we talk of artificial intelligence and we see what is happening in the world today and compare it with the history of the mankind, it becomes, in today's moments, they are really mind-boggling. It took millions of years for a human being to evolve. And when from being a savage person who was belonged to that kind of generation, thousands and millions of years ago, or maybe, as I said, millions of years ago, and became little civilized, adopted to what they came to know of agriculture, and that period also spans over thousands of years. Then we had 2 centuries ago industrialization, and again it took 200 or 300 years in coming out with advanced technology and industrialization, etc. That may be a journey of mankind from time immemorial up to the 20th century. But what happened and kind of industrial revolution which took place in 200 or 300 years ago, more than that is happening if you see in 21st century and last 7 8 years. Much more than of that is happening every year. The kind of pace with which it is taking place, and it is now called as fourth industrial revolution, which with the digital age. Sometime in the kind of world we are living, sometime I feel, at least we old persons in that sense, we sometimes feel that it is very scary as well, the manner in which the things are happening today. But at the same time, so therefore there is always this debate that the science and technology, whether it is become a boon, because in many respects it has made our life very easy, or it is bane because it has made the life very difficult also at the same time. I've received and we keep receiving number of WhatsApp messages where particularly people of our age group, they say that look, in spite of all these facilities which are available due to the advanced science and technology, which has made our life so far easier, are we happy today? Or we were happy 20, 30 or 40 years ago when we were young? Anyway, that is not a matter of debate. I just flag that issue. But why I said so in the context of today's topic was that there is always a challenge insofar as science and technology is concerned, that we make a good use of it. If you see in the context of law also, today, because of technology, not only it has given rise to various kinds of crimes, new crimes, but it also now facilitates tracking of those crimes as well. And even the traditional crimes of murder, thefts, etc., with the use of technology. And those methods which police used to adopt earlier for investigating the crime are totally outdated. With the technology at hand, it has become easy. But then this race between the criminals and the police would go on as to who is able to outsmart whom. And again, with the use of technology, the kind of cyber crimes and other crimes which are taking place are again result of this technology. So in this context, when we talk of artificial intelligence and the project which is now undertaken by Legit Quest, as the name suggests, that in the field of law, there is a quest to know or to make it easy and to make available the research. So that may be a step which facilitates, which comes to the aid of lawyers for research. We are digital age, and the kind of research, of course, maybe 25, 30 years ago when computerization started, and when we started with SCC online and other these kinds of search engines to be so and so right and right or left hand side. I said to the Honorable Justice P. Sadasivam, paper book ran about 93,000 pages. So they say it is all computerized, you have to read everything on computer. And I told them I am a layman, I do not use even mobile. Because I come from my life a poor man. I can't think of this technology. Even today, I am not able to use the mobile phone, what to talk of a computer. But one advantage I have. I remember I retain that. Where is the law, on which page, which book I should refer in arguing a case or writing a judgment. Today with you young people, the difficulty I found, suppose I have, give me the law on this point, you go, press the button, bring all kind of rubbish. Because wherever that word appears, you bring everything. Then what is the use? What kind of research is this? So use this technology, but read it and try to retain something. As a child, in our age, we had to take these tables. And we could multiply getting faster than any computer. These children, this young generation, need that facility because we are solely depending upon this technology. It is very good. It is where distinction has to be made or what has to be judgment is selling curriculum. I follow it, I will follow but it creates a jurisprudence is not so clear conflict there. We get the help of this science and technology and this kind of technology, what they have developed is have made a distinction. Here are the facts of the what were the issues involved, what were the arguments advanced by the politicians, arguments by behalf of the respondents, how the court had given the reasoning, and solely upon it. And I want to congratulate Mr. Karan Kaldia and his team because so many nations with so many technocrats have developed this tool. I hope it will serve and it will be very useful for all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for about the importance of knowledge while researching. I would request
Thank you. Good evening. Justice Sikri, Dr. Justice Chauhan, Mr. Jetmalani, Justice Shahid, Dr. Jaiswal, Dr. Vivek, Dr. Pandey, Mr. Rai, and the Kalias, and all of you present here, my dear friend, of various kinds of databases, the first one being SEC way back about 16, 17 years ago. The pace of change in our generation itself has been overwhelming. When we started our lives as lawyers, I think one of the hardest, most challenging things was to find out two things. One was equivalent citation. We practitioners in the High Court and Supreme Court used to have this, I think Sahani or someone, who used to come out